Hey guys, Nick here, and welcome to another episode of Survival Island. And today, guys, we're going to start working on the courtyard. But first, we need one thing. Something I don't think I've made ever in this series. Well, let me check. Where's the tools chest? Weapons. Oh wait, I have two of these? Huh, I didn't know that. Alright, well, I guess I'll take this one for now. Actually, you know what? No, we're gonna just take this. Actually, let's take a stone one. Oh yeah, I guess I did spend some time digging. I'm surprised I have a shovel. I'm actually very surprised by this. Anyway, we're going to be working on the courtyard today. And for that, we need a lot, and I mean a lot, of dirt. Like in vast amounts. Vast. Because we have to cover this whole place. So, here's what I'm thinking. I say we cover the outline like this. We're going to start like this because, hang on, I had the idea in my head. We're going to start like this because it's much cleaner. It'll allow us to just do straight lines rather than just getting cut off by that little edge. There we go. Okay, if I'm correct, no I'm not. Maybe I am. I should be left with 60? With 60 dirt? My math's right. I think. Not sure. Anyway, while we're doing this incredibly boring task, I'm going to once again mention Sonic. And talk about a few things. One of which, well, not a few things. I'm talking about the prequels, because prequels? I'm going to be talking about the prologues to Sonic Frontiers. Why do they exist? I honestly question this, because it makes no sense. So, here's the thing. Sonic Frontiers is a good game. It explains its story very well. The only prologue I think we really needed was the Knuckles prologue, because it explains how he got into cyberspace and into his cyber cage. So, why is this a bad thing? It's not. Knuckles is the only one we really need. However, Sonic, Tails, Amy, Eggman, and Sage's was entirely unnecessary. Sage didn't get her own prologue, but she was in the prologue titled The Convergence, which was the first prologue that, not the first, it was a two-part comic series, not series, two-part comic book. Ow. Let me get my sword out. It was a two-part comic, and it was decent. I'm not gonna say it was bad. Like, it wasn't. Very well made. It was good. However, here's my issue with I wouldn't talk about this for no reason. And it's basically that it's not fully related to the main story. Like at all. You don't really need it, is what I mean. You don't really need it to know what's going on in the story. Which is good and bad. The thing is that like, they just kind of explain it. I was just like, okay, that's interesting that you learned that, but okay. Now, it basically is just like, the Knuckles prologue. I'm going to go over this first because it's actually amazing. The Knuckles prologue goes over how he got into cyberspace and the cyber cage, and it being animated made it stinking awesome. Now, here's what happens. Knuckles is standing next to the Master Emerald guarding it, and then he goes to some ruins, saves a Chow or whatever, gives it a Coco mask, and then he finds a cyberspace portal. Now, this cyberspace portal doesn't transport him to cyberspace, but he transports him to the Starfall Islands, where he meets Sage. Now, there are a few continuity things here, like, when did that happen? That's my first question. When did it happen? And, like, seriously, when could Sage, being physically made, meeting Knuckles, have happened? Also, she faces off against Knuckles with an enemy that you only see on Kronos Island rather than Sarah Island, where Knuckles was transported to. So that doesn't make much sense. Like, it doesn't make sense that happened at these two events could not have happened at the same time, but whatever, it's still cool. We actually see Knuckles going about his daily routine, which is just going around Angel Island, helping all the Chow, and, like, looking around Sky Sanctuary. He doesn't just, which is very handy, because according to Sonic X, he just kind of stands there forever. I still recommend you check both out. You can actually look at the Knuckles prologue on YouTube, on the Sonic YouTube channel. You can just do that. You can just do that, okay? It's a whole thing. Now, I'm making sure there aren't creepers behind me. You see him go about his daily routine. You actually get in great detail what not Sky Sanctuary, Angel Island looks like, which is really neat. I actually really like it. The prologues were really, really good. But then there was the Convergence comic. Oh yeah, it shows, I forgot to mention, Sage defeats Knuckles easily with the help of not a Badnik. I might have called it a Badnik earlier, but it's not a Badnik. A Guardian from Kronos Island, and that's how he got into cyberspace. My guess, he was like seeking out Knuckles or something. I don't know, I think in the game they explain it a little more. I kind of missed it. I think I watched the cutscene where they explain it, and I just kind of glossed over it. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I'm wrong about a lot of things. So maybe I'm completely wrong about this, and it just was never brought up. But, like, the idea I have in my head is that Sage called him there so that she could get somebody else in cyberspace so that Eggman could be held there or something, so that she could save him or whatever. But then came the Convergence. The Convergence comics are a little weird. Now, these comics, while I'm eating this potato, I will say, these comics do a very good job of actually, how do I put this? Throwing the story in. If you watch a lot of Char 5 content, he says something I really agree with. And that is the fact that putting your story in an external media when it's essential to the story is not a smart idea. I agree with him wholeheartedly on that. Because it's like, I don't want to have to learn all new important story stuff only for me to have to look at it in the form of external media. Like, episode Shadow in Sonic Forces made sense. It's not necessarily external media. It's not. It's straight up just Shadow being like, it just goes a little bit more into depth on what Infinite is, while being wrong on them according to the game. The actual game, like, it just goes a little more in depth. However, putting it in, they also go a little more in depth on who he is in the prequel comics, which, yeah, no, that was a bad move. When you put it into the comics, completely external media, and it being relevant to the story doesn't work. However, the comics I think that Sega heard that and they were just like, okay, so the comics for Sonic Frontiers aren't important. I think if you don't read Sonic comics, you're going to get confused by one thing, and it's not even about that. It's not even from the Convergence comics. It's just from IDW, because they mentioned Tangle. I actually had this confirmed, finally. I haven't actually looked at that, because it's apparently an ultra-rare cutscene, which can only be seen in specific situations. Which, Sega, can you fix that? Either that or it's just a PS4 thing and I can't hear it, which that would make me sad, but whatever. Because I don't have a PS5. If I did, I would have played Sonic Colors Ultimate on a PS5 rather than my PS4. Same with Frontiers. However, I'm pretty sure there are some of those cutscenes in the game. Similar ones. Actually, when I watched Char I5's Everything Wrong With, I felt slightly offended when he said Tangle, like the lemur from Sonic Dash, and I was just like, that hurt. That really hurt. Oh, man. Oh. That hurt. Anyway, this is about the Convergence comics. You don't need it at all. It's just this is just a thing that happened on their way. And it gives a little bit of intensity to the story. When I finally read the Convergence, I was just like, oh. That's an interesting factoid. Anyway, it basically shows Sonic fighting a robot that's there as a distraction from the Starfall Islands. And Amy's just they pick up Amy on said island, and they're just like, alright, off to Kronos Island. And there's so little small details in there besides the fact that Eggman says a lot of his old lines. And it's just yeah, there's not enough here for me to actually think that this is important to the story. Besides Orbot and Cubot being there and Eggman being I cannot wait to replace these guys. I can't wait to replace these goobers. They infuriate me. And I'm just sitting there dude, Where did you go wrong with Orbot and Cubot? You built them. Why are you complaining so much about them? You built them. They're your fault. Okay, I shouldn't say that. That's mean. But, like, you get what I'm saying, right? Check on the grass really quick. Is it growing? Is it growing? Is it growing? It's not growing. Why aren't you growing? Grow, grass. Grow! 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 It'll grow. Eventually. Anyway, you know, so that's my thoughts on the prequels. I believe there was a Tales Tube sort of prequel. I think. I'm not sure. But then there's like the Twitter takeovers. Or whatever. Are they going to be able to do one of those? I don't know what's happening with Twitter. I don't know what's going on with that. But whatever it is, I'm sure they'll come up with something. They'll just post to like a Discord or something. Discord is way more mainstream, by the way. Like, Adrenaline Dubs has their own Discord. Hammer My Saber has his own Discord. Everybody has their own Discord these days. Just on like, and they post stuff to that as like exclusives. Twitter takeovers completely, like, for Sonic Frontiers, that was amazing. Like, seriously, that was a good plan. And, like, I could definitely tell they were coming up with some, like, they read the stuff, and then they just recorded their lines afterwards. Meaning it was semi-scripted, but not really. They were like, this is how they... I kind of do this for videos anyway. Like, come up with the general concept, and then go from there. That's how a lot of my more story-based videos are made. Because I don't like to read a script. Alright, let's sleep really quick. There are a lot of mobs. I don't like reading scripts. Hey, look, that grass grew. So yeah, once again, don't like reading scripts. It's a little annoying, but whatever. You guys would get it a little more if you were me. And like with my animated videos, I make the script, I don't read it. I don't read off a script for those videos. Anyway, yeah, that's about all I had to say about those prequel comics. So finally, let's just finish up the video by running out of dirt, and then me needing to get more dirt. Yeah, my animated videos, I script them. I don't follow the script. Pretty sure in the video I actually say very few of the lines I'm supposed to say. Word for word, at least. For reasons being, I don't like reading off a script. I improvise half of that. I go off what the screen shows me, and I'm just like, yep, that's what happens. So yeah, that's about... Hi. That's about that for those. As a matter of fact, I'm doing a couple more animated videos, but not too many. One of which will have... Oh! They'll both have a little less effort put into them, but not too little. You guys will get it when you watch them. Please watch them. Actually, my most recent animated video nearly made it to 60 views in just a few days, meaning a lot of people watched it. My question to you guys, why did so many people watch that? Like, jeez. I was kind of shocked by it. Because the video nearly became my most viewed video in just a few weeks. My most viewed being the first episode of the Sky Map, with 62 views. That one has 59. So it's approaching fast. Alright, hello, Mr. Enderman. Let's keep this up. Nope, that's not reaching the end. Alright, how much of this did we cover? A good amount. We just need grass now. For the first half of it. So, for now, I'm going to end off because we're running out of dirt. The grass grew a total of 1 block today. Awesome. So, yeah. I'm going to put all my tools away and just get dirt. I'm going to get lots and lots of dirt using the shovels I have in here, which, actually, really quick, I'm going to try to enchant one of them. I just have so few levels, and I can't get levels easily anymore. Like, when building the giant stinking castle, it's very easy to get it was decently easy to get the levels when I was building other things. But, like, not that. Don't know why. Like, what was I buying, even? I was buying from you, wasn't I? Dwayne. Oh, coal, probably. That was probably what I was buying. Speaking of which, I might want to get some dried kelp. Because I'm trying to build up a surplus of that at the moment. Ooh, no. Aw. Well, guys, I'm going to end the video there. If you enjoyed, remember to like, comment, subscribe, turn on notifications, share this video with everyone you know and love, and I will see you all later. Bye!